I think after a long time, it was in 1949, you made it in Calcutta in your conference. And after a long time, you came, you preferred Calcutta to be your place of conference. And I am also equally confident that you will take historical decisions looking to the tribe, looking to the emerging scenario, emerging challenges before us. Before giving my inaugural speech, I welcome and address Comrade K. Rajen, versatile traditional leader of AIBEA. He may be the leader of UCO Bank, but he is a bank employee leader, president of All India UCO Bank Employees Federation. Your beloved General Secretary, Comrade C.M. Patel, coming from Pune, the General Secretary, and all the Vice Presidents of All India UCO Bank Employees Federation on the dais, and also the Joint Secretaries, Office Bearers of All India UCO Bank Employees Federation, and my brothers and sisters who have come across the country to make this conference a historical and also a successful. Comrades, we are meeting at a time when multiple challenges are before us. And we have to, with our all unity, with our all might, with militancy, we have to repulse all these challenges. Government is bent upon to privatize the entire banking sector. They are against public sector banking. They are consistently taking steps to dismantle the public sector banking in the country, which is the people's banking, where people's money is there, which form the social capital of banks, and which has been utilized for the people's welfare. All pro-people schemes are being funded by the nationalized bank. Since 1993, when in 1991, government adopted the neoliberal economic policy, they decided at the dictate of World Bank and IMF that there should not be a public sector in the country. It was the demand of international finance capital and our own national finance capital. Liberalization, privatization, and globalization has become the word. Dr. Manmohan Singh, who was then the finance minister under Narasimha Rao's government, who brought this policy of neoliberal economic policy. And it was decided that banking sector also adopt the neoliberal attitudes, policies, directions. So with that, privatization started. So with that, our struggle to defend the privatization of public sector banking, under the leadership of our great leader, Dr. Narkeshwar Chakravarti, we started struggles. And this struggle has been continuing since 1993, more than 30 years. This struggle has been continuing in the banking sector. AIBEA is the prime mover to oppose the privatization of public sector banking. We are struggling for more than 30 years, and we will continue our struggle in days to come to oppose the privatization of public sector banking. Rather, we are going to demand, we demanded in past also, but our AIBEA conference in Bombay will take decisions demanding private nationalization of all the private sector banks in the country. That we are going to. Why we oppose privatization? Because it is anti-people. It is anti-nation. I am not talking of the workers. Because we worked in a private sector, we worked in public sector, we are still working in the private sector. But the policy or the dismantling of public sector is not going to help the country forward. That is the prime cause that we have been struck. And in last 30 years, near about 53 strikes we conducted in banking industry to save the public sector banking. That is our resolve. And you, the AIBEA members in UCO Bank, participated in this strike and raised your voice. I salute you. I salute you, all of you, for your participation in that strike. And we are confident that you will continue to that in future also. Private sector banking, we are opposing because banks are keeping people's money as a deposit. And people's money as a deposit is safe in public sector banks, only we can say. We have seen lot of private sector banks fail. Before our independence, more than 561 private sector banks. Even after independence, near about 23 private sector banks fails, still it is going on. You see the example recently. I am not telling about the past, but see the recent example, United States of America, where the private sector banking is there. Though 2008, there was a meltdown and there was a big crisis in America. And that crisis, because of the globalization, spread all over the world and caused the economic depression. Even recently, we have seen Silicon Valley Bank, one of the prominent regional banks there, failed. Signature Bank failed. It was affecting another bank. Government intervened and tried to save the situation. That is the danger of the country. And what is the priority of the private sector? Private sector bank's priority is to give the loan to a class of people. Big corporate house, help in developing the crony capitals. Today we are talking about the Adani. Regarding Adani, Modi is silent. He is not answering the questions raised before him. He is rather trying to silence the people who are raising these questions. He is trying that. It is in their sense the democracy is you cannot speak out. Even the media is not allowed to speak against. Otherwise, it was termed anti-national. If you speak against Modi ji, it will be against nation. Once upon a time, Devkant Barua ji told that Indira is India, India is much criticism was there. Now in action it is there, Modi is India, India is India. No one can speak against it. It is an autocratic government dividing the society on communal line, religious line, in a caste line, trying to keep the conflict alive in the society so that crony capitalism develop and their narrow political gains also consolidate. That situation we are facing. And in that situation, we are fighting that. But unity of the bank employees, militancy of the bank employees, they are asked to struggle with the flags of AIBEA in hand or United Forum of Bank. We are resisting the Modi government and its policies. It is true they are successful in reducing the number of public sector banks. From 27, it has brought down to 12. IDBI has given to the private sector, now termed as the private sector banks. When Nirmala Sitharaman, most powerful finance minister, as media describes her, in a budget speech in 2021, she said that we are going to privatize 2 public sector banks. She did not name. It may be Bank of Baroda, it may be Central Bank of India, it may be UCO Bank, it may be Punjab National Bank. Media speculation brought 2 names in focus, Central Bank of India and India North. But government never said that they are going to do. They dismantled planning commission and formed the Niti Aayog, giving the policy directions. Their Niti Aayog people used to say that in strategic sector like bank, only 4 public sector can be there, not more than that. Even State Bank also can be sold. Even Bank of Baroda can also be sold. Or Punjab National Bank can even be sold. There is no need to keep that. It is not that UCO banks, it was in PCA. Now it is out of PCA. Central Bank was PCA, out of PCA it became. And it has been proved, repeatedly proved, that only public sector bank, if its finances are going bad, if they become sick, even if they are put in ICU, as once upon a time, former finance minister at that time, Mr. Chidambaram, he said the UCO Bank is in ICU. But public sector bank has got the capacity to come out of ICU and come out of hospital and again run. You will not find a single private sector bank which became sick, it becomes healthy after some time. When they start falling down, they fall and further fall. It has happened throughout the world. Otherwise, so many private banks had not failed in our country or in globe, in the world. Even one of the big banks, Lehman Brothers, hit in a row in the world, in a ranking, failed in 2008. Even in Japan, they have to nationalize the private sector bank to save the people's money. It happened in Germany also. So only the public sector bank. Even you see, on certain criteria, the bank put you in a PCA. But you came out because of your strength, because of your attempt, continuous contribution to the bank's growth. Even when proper infrastructure is not provided, you came out of it. Today, you are a profitable bank. 21, 22, you earn 930 crores or so far I remember. It's profit. That's up to you. You find out a single private sector bank. Even Lakshmi Vilas Bank, a bank from the place of Comrade Rajen, could not survive and now gone to the DBS. Other private sector banks are also there. So it is public sector which can serve the nation. Whatever scheme, pro-people scheme. Once we met Atal Bihari, Arun Jaitley, myself and Venkatachalam, on the question of workman direct. He said, no, I have cleared 3-4 banks. Till date, it has not come. Now, also again, they have demanded names. Let us hope. Previously also they demanded home and did not do anything. There is certain court compulsion this time. Let us hope that they will do so. It was a legal requirement that workmen directors be in the board of the bank. But they do not want it. So one plea or another plea, they are delaying not doing these things. So this public sector banking, you are telling at that time, London zero balance accounts opening was directed by the central government. And when we met, he himself said that at that time, near about 28 crores accounts were opened, and out of which only 27 lakhs were opened by the private sector. He says, sir, still you are promoting private sector. Still you are telling that private sector should be the only bank in India. He laughed. But that is the policy, because this is the policy of the government that every sector in the country be handed over to the private sector. We have seen since 1994, very aggressive privatization is going on in the country. All strategies, defense, transport, infrastructure, ports, airports, railways, all are being slowly handed over to the private sector. Banks are too. Bandhan Bank, who advertise Bandhan hai to trust hai. This is their advertisement. And that Bandhan Bank is a product of the government's neoliberal economic policy. It was given, two banks were given the license. Bandhan is from our place. And now they are suffering from the rising bad loans. And recently they sold their LPA, 2,900 crores LPA in 300 crores, and another 2,700 crore LPA in 10%, 270 crores. They have also started. There are many private banks, they are not disclosing their data fully. They know how to manipulate the data. But the government, the way public sector banks have registered the growth or contributed to profit and contributed to vital sectors of the economy. Today, agricultural revolution came in our country. We are now completely self-sufficient in agriculture because of the nationalization of the banks. We are #1 milk producer in the world because of the nationalization of banks and their credit. Even uncertainties in the farming sectors are being tackled by the nationalized sector. Though they are still late in providing the agriculture credit. But that has proved the strength of the public sector. We are fighting the struggle to save the public sector. It is a national struggle. It is a struggle to save the country, save the economy. We are proud of that. And it is necessary that we continue this our fight. For the sake of our country, for the sake of our people, for the sake of our customers. And our jobs and job security is concerned. So our priority should be, when we are holding the conference, we are discussing the issues. We have our bank-wise issues. We must discuss that. We must discuss. All India UCO Bank Employees Federation is a very pragmatic trade union organization, very practical trade union organization. And many benefits they have achieved for the people in last 60 years. And also produced a very strong and committed leaders. Comrade Lakshman, Comrade Shyam, many more. Now your Comrade Rajen, Comrade Patel. You have strengthened the AIBEA movement. We are proud of you. In the AIBEA, we are proud of Union or India UCO Bank. So when you are meeting in the conference, consistent conference, you deliberate and also take necessary decisions to strengthen the fight against privatization. Commit yourself to defend the public, including your own bank. They have reduced the bank by merger. But what happened? More than 4,800 branches we have closed. Mergers have created more problems. Even organizationally, we are facing that. Because legal mergers of the bank, that makes profit. But emotional integration of employees, it takes time and time. It creates problem in the organization. You are happy you are not facing that situation. It is not there. And secondly, which is very much challenging before, that is attack on jobs and jobs. BJP government says that we want Congress to move to Bharat. The slogan is. And in trade union they want trade union move to banking industry or any industry. You brought labor reform to the higher and higher. But in banking industry, their policy is undeclared policy. That is the policy of deunification. And that is the policy that dismantle trade unions or allow the trade unions to remain on paper. They should not be the biting dogs. They can be the barking dogs. They are very much against, and particularly AIBEA and AIBEA union. You analyze and see the industry. AIBEA unions are attacked. Small unions are attacked. Banks are not honoring the industrial dispute tax. Banks are not honoring the legally bound settlements, bipartite settlements, or internal settlements. They are violating, constantly violating. All banks are violating, no exception. 19th November, after the endorsed Central Committee meeting of AIBEA decided to go for a strike, not for any financial benefit. They decided to go on a strike against the attacks on trade unions. And lot of examples. Your Catholic senior banks, 11th bipartite was not yet implemented. Rather, to reduce the permanent employees, recently, for a small issue, that is sharing of password, which is in banking industry because of less equipment or no equipment. Sharing of password is happening. Out of 350 permanent employees, Catholic senior banks are now having only less than 400 employees. And less employees are contractual employees. Contractual employees, cost to company employees, employed on the basis of the contracts for some 3 years, 4 years like that. And permanent employees, they stop equipment and their numbers are reduced. So for sharing of password on this chart, they issued charges, they conducted inquiry, and few days back, They propose the punishment. Punishment is the start, termination of that. 300 out of 350. At one stroke, they tried to get rid of 42 immigrants. AIBEA. And after intervention, that proposed punishment was kept in evidence. They can give the other than that punishment. It is the struggle of them. But they attacked because they were the members of the act. They were members of AIBEA. But no one came forward. Only AIBEA immediately stepped in and opposed that. You see, federal land is opinion. Federal land. Private sector land. Young leaders are emerging there as a trade union. Sumit Nambiar from Maharashtra, Vice President of that union, and convener of the Youth Council of Maharashtra, MSDEA. For a minor issue, he was issued charge sheet, inquiry was conducted, and he was dismissed. He is under dismissal for last 2 years. Appeal was rejected. Though he is vice president, he is a protected workman under section 36 of Industrial Institute Act. Act says you cannot dismiss the protected workman without the permission of the labor authority. No permission was given. Even after 19 strike, Regional Labour Commissioner of Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala, he declared, he gave the order that he is the protected workman, you cannot terminate like this. Still, Sumit Nambiar's service is not handed over him back. Still he is on issue. Even in our Bengal, tsunami happened. The leader, Syed Muhammad Sahabuddin, is our president and General Secretary of Contract Employees Association in Bengal, fighting against retrenchment, termination, to the end. Even on 17th April, Bank of Baroda, many branches and ATMs will remain closed. They have given a call and it will remain closed. Because in a one stroke, they are going to terminate all the security guards, ATM workers. More than 200 ATM workers, they are going to lose their jobs. They say, हमको नहीं करना है, because we have changed the contractor. Contractor now says that e-surveillance is sufficient, no physical surveillance. They are working for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. Once upon a time, they used to get 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 salary, 8,000 salary. After our forming the organization, they now receive minimum wages, 6 monthly DA divisions, HRA, gratuity, provident fund. So they say that in Bengal, the ATM guards are costly. So almost all the public sector banks, private sector banks, foreign banks, one by one, they are retrenching the people. They want the people in 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, as it is available in other parts of the country. We are opposing that. In Bengal, we are opposing as per direction of the AIBEA. AIBEA directed to form the organization of the contract employees. We did it. And that organization is surviving under the leadership of the government. Sonali Bank management wanted to get rid of it. Usko nikalta. Small union of 18% only. 2 branches, Bangladesh Bank, foreign bank. They wanted to change the service benefit. And now Sahabuddin was terminated on a charge that he embezzled 4 crore 18 lakhs of rupees. No FIR. Out of 4 crore 18 lakhs, 2 crore is in a fixed deposit in Sonali Bank, and 2 crore 18 lakhs is invested in LIC annuity, as private sector banks are doing for giving the present employees. Knowledge of the bank. They say administration is changed. So we cannot take responsibility of the previous administration. So this pension trust fund is embedded. An appeal was done as per 11 bipartite 45 number clause to the chairman. Chairman did the virtual hearing. He said, I was not aware that this is the fixed deposit receipt, the LIC receipt, all this thing. But when result of the hearing came, that our board says that it is the embezzlement of the fund. And that's why we confirm the termination without any vote. See that? See how things are going on. And after the 19th strike, there was commitment that immediately they will hold the negotiation and resolve it. They did not. We again from AIBEA approached to CLC. CLC directed deputy CLC. You ask them to fix the meeting. They fixed the meeting on 4th. 19th November strike we have called off. 18th understanding was there. In the minutes it was there. It was circulated by AIBEA. And on 4th April there was a meeting. It was a meeting of half an hour. 4 of us from BPA, we went there. Discussion was very cordial. No halla. The lady with folded hands said that Dada, I cannot do anything because my head office said nothing to do. Head office in Bangladesh. Now AIBEA is going to write chairman of the bank. But see the attitude. Bank of Maharashtra. Right to representation denied. Duly elected retired employee of the All India Mahabank Employees Federation of our. They said no, हम आपसे बात नहीं करेंगे. आप रिटायर्ड हो गए. TU Act permits. There is no contradictory guideline from the DFS. And not only that, all the union office blocked. They said no one will be allowed to function in any. they formed the Mahayogvi. NOBW is there. NOBO is also there. And when they went on strike, for 3 days strike, they deducted 7 days salary of the officers to make the division. And Novo General Secretary was given charge sheet and transfer far off place. You are not aware that the Novo is a part of the BJP government at the same time. Now, they have refunded the 4 days salary and also lifted the charge sheet, brought her back. But issue remains. The union office which were allotted, given to our union in Aurangabad, Pune, Delhi is there, or Bombay, or in Calcutta, still they have locked. In Calcutta they could not. Because organizationally registered, legally also registered. We went to court and brought stay. But I am just telling you what that AIBEA union is Central Bank of India. Bank decided to terminate the 33 settlements. They want outsourcing of jobs to be agreed by the union. Nothing is hidden because in social media data are moving from one place to another. They transferred 4,000 employees. They want that transfer should be one station to another station at the of the money. Union is not agreed. The union actually done. Matter moving up to the CLC. Section 33 was applicable. Banks violated. They did not care. After 18th meeting, DFS issued a circular. We should honor the bypass. We should honor the Industrial Dispute Act. That circular they issued to the banks. But circular is circular, it is kept in file. Still they are violating. And particularly in case of AIBEA, because AIBEA is vocal against the anti-people policy, against the privatization, against the NPA, exposing the role of IBC, exposing haircuts. It was a 98% haircut. ₹100 का लोन है, ₹2 मिला बैंक को ₹100 All the laws passed after our struggle against NPA, bad loans, whether it is Debt Recovery Tribunal Act or Sarfasi Act, or even this insolvency and bankruptcy court, all are helping the borrower, willful defaulters, big borrowers, not small borrowers, corporate borrowers, all are helping. You have seen this Sanda Kocha. Now we are reading the paper. ICICI Bank. She gave loan to one company. That company gave the money to her husband. Now it has come. But she was awarded the pharmacy as a base banker. Not any chairman of any bank, public sector bank, who brought back the banks in a sound health, they were awarded, not awarded. or tremendous growth of State Bank of India, but it was not awarded the permission. So this is the attitude, because they want that you don't oppose privatization. And you will see by your experience that AIBEA is constantly opposing that. So now the attacks on it. They want complete demonization. They are not recruiting. Bank is growing, business is growing. Expansion is there. Even in your bank, you see. Clerical hands are reduced. You last met in 2017 at Hyderabad and 2017 at Hyderabad, and now in 2022. Number of clerks reduced. But business growth is there. Profit is there. Number of service staff reduced. No recruitment. Even sweepers' jobs are handed over to outsourcing agencies. Why? All these things are weak, the unions. आपकी जब ताकत रहेगी, आप में जब स्ट्रेंथ रहेगा, तभी तो आप लड़ेंगे। जिसका आपकी बार्गेनिंग पावर, आपकी स्ट्राइकिंग पावर तो कम होनी है। And surprisingly, you will see, in banking industry, more than 6 lakhs VCs are working, and they are doing the regular job of the clerical hands. And in your bank, I think more than 1 lakh VCs are there. Or 1,80,000 VCs are there, so for our information. We are trying to organize the VCs in Bengal. We have formed an organization, Bengal Business Correspondents Association. Even corporate VCs here, surprisingly, we saw that the State Bank has appointed corporate VC who is engaging the banking class. Is a Ramakrishna mission of the name. It is very surprising. We have come to know because one of our members who belongs there and his device machine was stopped. We gave a deputation, we hope by Monday it will be open. And we also do not know who are becoming VCs. Multiple VCs are there who are service providers. Their name is service providers. And slowly their numbers are increasing. If we remain silent spectator, a day may come when we will become the irrelevant. Still time is there that we seriously look into the issue and fight for the recruitment. There is a feeling that AIBEA will fight. What happened? This year only 6,600 people are coming in a banking industry, public sector banks. Service staff, nil. Who are the backbone of your union. Branches after branches, there is no such staff. Line workers are there. Casual workers are there. Government wants a system where such casual workers will work. उसे हम मिनिमम वेज दे देंगे, उसको हम 1/38 of the regular employee का जो वेज है वो दे देंगे. Circular is done for government, but no permanent job, no future for him. and no strengthening of the union. That's the real challenge. Union hai in 1946. AIBEA was formed. Whatever salary, privilege, or superannuation benefits we are enjoying because of the union. Because of the union struggle. Past has created our present. And in present, if we shy of taking up such issues, the future will not be golden, it will be bleak. We may be in union, we may be leaders, but leaders without any powers. Uniting all, it took us more than 1100 days to achieve the 11th bypass. Though prior to that, government gave a letter and finish it by 2017, 31st October, so that 11th bipartite base is implemented from 1st November 2007. Many people, they are very happy. They thank the government. Might they have voted the government for power. And जब अपना डिमांड चाहिएगा तब ये आएगी लाल झंडा, जब वोट देना होगा तो हमको पीला झंडा देना होगा. This is the situation. Even hybrid banking, you think of to increase the 45 minutes was the insistence of the government and banker, AIBEA. United Forum decided 30 minutes. We will agree 30 minutes. Only increase. And at the table when we were insisting from the AIBEA for activities, one of the organizations said, no sir, you can agree. I am just telling you this incident to understand how much difficulties. We argued and argued. No. We said our calculation only 42 minutes can be there. So we said 40 minutes have to be agreed, and ultimately that come to the 40. Bankers were insisting for the 5. 5 minutes is nothing. But if you add it up for the whole year, you will find how much hour is going to increase the workload. Now it has gone. WhatsApp University and their graduates are spreading many things. We do not know. Even we do not know who are negotiating at the AIBEA. Things will go to the government. Government will approve. Then it will go to the stakeholders. Then it will go to the Reserve Bank of India, and ultimately settlement will be signed and then notification. Last time also, after signing this agreement, took us 5 minutes when 2 Saturdays were approved. Even our pension updation, there is a feeling that AIBEA leaders are not doing anything. वो करेंगे तो हो जाएगा. We are also, myself and CHP, also a retired man. यदि अपडेशन होता है तो हमारा भी तो फायदा होगा. And हम अपने फायदे को भी नहीं चाहेंगे. But we are accused. Mainly comrades CHP, but they patrons too much in WhatsApp social media. It is not so easy. Cost is a factor. We are negotiating. We are trying to let the pension updation comes. One thing you must remember, the person who are talking to tell them that pension was brought by AIBEA. Improvement in pension was brought by AIBEA, the working people. Even last family pension improvement was brought by AIBEA and United Forum working people. And we will brought the pension updation too. But we are not the astrologer. भाई हो जाएगा, जल्दी हो जाएगा. Now bankers are telling in 12 by part we will discuss. 5 months I think already left. November, December, January, February, March. April is going on. Still, negotiation on bipartite has not started. One city was there. They are now collecting the mandate. So for our information, only the 2-3 banks are given. Not all the banks are given. And after this mandate, we do not know what type of mandate will come. Last time mandate also created a problem. Thereafter, their agenda is there. Outsourcing of jobs, cost to company wages, action after retirement, disciplinary action. Last time we dodged it up. Very preciously we negotiated and rejected. Not a single agenda of the management came in 11th bypass. Which was a historical bypass. Because the bipartite which brought one nation, one salary. And see after 70 years. It is the AIBEA which brought bipartite system in the country. With that we came to this. Not a single agenda of management was agreed. Again management charter will come. But we must know that if union remains powerful, more and more bipartite will come. If union remains in a situation where it can bargain and strive, more and more bipartite and demand settlement will come. If union remain on paper, खाली नाम के लिए, तब वो आपकी प्रॉब्लम को क्या सॉल्व करें? खतरा इस जगह पे, डेंजर इस. So I think I have taken much more time, but I tried to explain the issue, and I hope the united leadership of All India Eco Bank Employees Federation will take this conference to resolve that we will fight privatization, we will defeat denationalization, we will defeat the unionization move of the government and bankers. And with this, I conclude. I hope and I wish that All India Eco Bank Employees Federation's the 16th triennial conference will be successful, will be historical, will take momentous decisions, and they will implement the decisions to strengthen the union, strengthen the AIBEA, strengthen the banking. If this has improved in cloud in data.